Hey guys, Eddie from UrbanCred.com. It's been a while and I wanted to come back with a video that I've been wanting to do just because I was curious as well. The kind of differences between the big wash pouch from Peak Designs and the smaller wash pouch. We'll do a walkthrough of each one first and then the differences afterwards. So let's get into it. This is the big version, the classic, and it is a wash pouch, which is basically a toiletry bag for your toothbrush, your shower items, your shampoo, conditioner, and soap if you bring those with you, and things like that. And we're gonna start with this one just because this is the classic. So this one is a very rectangular shape. It is pretty boxy and it's a pretty big size. So you can fit a lot into here. So if you're a person who does travel a lot with a lot of toiletry items, such as the things I mentioned before, such as like when you take a bath, you have your toothpaste. But even if maybe you do some touch-ups, lotions, you care about your skin a little bit, you want a little bit more extra space to be able to kind of pull this and that, this is a pretty good option. Anyways, let's go into the details for this. On the outside, it's a nice rigid material. This is water resistant. It is tough. It is durable. The feel of it is if you can hear that, how it feels is how it sounds. So if you can look right here, look very closely, and if you can see, the pattern on here is pretty much a ton of parallel lines. You can feel that it's tough, it's durable. It's like definitely another layer outside of this, just to protect the inside as well. On the outside is a waterproof zipper, both on the front and on the back. And then there's a Peak Design subtle little bit of a logo here. So the zipper pulls, they're all relatively long, so it's easier to grab them and pull. Some waterproof zippers are very rigid and tough to pull, but these aren't. These are very smooth, as you can see here. There is a handle here. It's you can hold it as so, but what I like to do is I like to hold it like this, upside down. It makes it easier to kind of move around. I don't have to worry about hitting other things, while running down the hall to the bathroom where I have to wash my hands or wash my arms. So that's kind of like, it's nice. And then on the outside here, there's a little bit of a subtle kind of pocket here. It's open and you can pull out to have a little hook to kind of hook your wash pouch somewhere. It's overall like a really nice pouch and nice shape. Does it tip over? Like if you push it, but if you drop it on top, it kind of stands up by itself. I would say that the bottom is not completely flat. There's a little bit of a kind of like a curve, so it does do a little tilt, but it can sit up by itself. As you open up the single zipper, it's one directional. This is what it looks like inside. So you have two compartments, main compartments. You have one here, and then one over here, and then you have a middle compartment. This one is pretty straightforward. You can put objects just like your toiletries. You can put it in here, and it fits just like that. So I'll give you an idea of what the size is like. Basically, it's pretty spacious inside. You have these pockets with holes for ventilation for anything that's wet. You can keep in here. It allows it to dry, it doesn't get stuck in there. The middle pocket is really nice. It's magnetically open and closed. So then you can insert your toothbrush. You can insert you can actually insert any smaller objects in here. It's a quick access and you can get anything that you need from that middle easily. There are two little pull tab things here where you can pull it out and you can wash this interior easier. Sometimes these pockets do get a little nasty with toiletry stuff. So it's nice that they thought of that option. You can push it back in when you're done. On this side, you have the Peak Designs logo. And then you have a zipper on this side, which you could also have some items here, smaller items. You can do some more flat items such as, nail filer. You can put maybe a flat mirror in there. You can put anything like that in there. And then flipping around, you see these three pockets that you can fit some, you can fit 3 bottles maybe of toiletries. In the middle here, there are 2 kind of pen shaped slots for smaller items, maybe toothbrush replacement heads and things like that. So that's the inside. We're gonna close it up. I'll give you an idea of what this zipper does. So this is the front. It's not really meant to put anything large. You can put something else in here. This material is a little bit of a water resistant material, so you don't have to be afraid of putting something here. And then again, the whole idea of this being open and then you using the hook, instead of it sitting up like a normal toiletry case, you can actually hang it from the mirror or the towel handlebar. And how it opens up, it doesn't lean that much further down, which means everything will stay here. It doesn't kind of slide out, which is nice. There's a little bit of a space here, which keeps the stuff from rolling out. So if you do have a lot of like rolling items like your toothbrush and like a lot of these tubes and toiletry bottles and things, you don't have to worry about that because it just stays pretty. It's designed in a way where it won't roll out, you know, it will stay in place. And even this top spot, the way that it's accordioned out, it'll slot in without kind of dipping forward. No, it's not doing that, it's doing this, so, which is cool. So that is the larger wash pouch. What I like about it is that it's a nice size. It has a good outer frame, so it doesn't collapse into itself. The way that it accordions out is really awesome. And the slots inside make a lot of sense. What I don't like about it is that the middle pocket is, I feel like the middle pocket may be a little bit too, or not long enough. There's some toothbrushes that fit in there, but a lot of other bigger toothbrushes, like we're talking about basically the vibrating, like giant Philips, is it Philips? The Sonicare may not fit in here. You might have to take it apart and fit it inside. So it doesn't fit all toothbrushes. The next one is the smaller one. So the smaller one came out after the larger one. The small pouch is very similar in materials and the general kind of concept of it, where it's like an accordion, you can kind of hang it somewhere or open up. But that's kind of where the similarities end, really. There is a Peak Designs logo, very subtle. There's waterproof zippers, same material that I mentioned earlier. There is a little pocket here for the hook, where you hang this off somewhere, accordions, and open up accordion style. Now, the interesting thing about this one is while that one the classic had a handle, this one has a little gusset where you can hold your small wash pouch like this, and you can kind of walk down. And it's small enough where it's not too bulky, it doesn't get in the way, and then the kind of triangular angle that it's kind of shaped as gives you kind of easier, like this whole top part kind of acts as its own handle, which is really interesting and in terms of design. Again, this one also has its custom Peak Design zippers. The interior is a little bit different, or a lot different. It is divided into 4 sections, right? This one section over here is your bulk item section. So you can put your toiletries in here, right? And then you have a zipper here where you can put some other items, and it could be, I would recommend like flatter items, just like I said, your nail filer, nail clipper. You have Q-tips you can fit in here as well. Those kind of things you can fit in the side pocket and zip it up. You have these side pockets where you can put other things. I would imagine you can put like your bar of soap if you do that, travel with that. You can also do a lotion. Sometimes people take those like little circular containers of lotion. You can fit that in there. So these are for like more bulkier items here and over here. And then over here where it has the wash pouch Peak Designs logo, this one you can also put some more bulkier items. And then this here is the kind of signature magnetic little flap here where you can open, quick access, and then you can take anything you need and then close it up, rather than the stuff that you don't need as much here in the zipper pocket. Now, again, both these zipper pockets and the flap pocket here, they have these little pull tabs where you can pull them out again to wash the inside easier if you want to run it under water or add some soap. So there is that, which is really convenient. And that's really it. I mean, it's just its own wash pouch. Again, here I'll show you it with the handle out hanging from my finger. This is what it looks like. If it has some weight in there, it'll kind of like lean a little bit. The smaller wash pouch, I would say, doesn't have as much of that rigid shell as the classic, but unless you're putting bricks in here, it should be able to hold up. And look, even as I'm kind of like weighing down, it holds up, you know, quite well actually. So let me actually just do this too. See, even with that, it holds up just fine. Now I'm going to show you the difference between these two really quickly. Really the size. I think Pack Hacker mentioned it before, and what I really like about Peak Designs is that when they went into a design, they don't take an existing design and kind of shrinking it down to be just a smaller version. I think this one, a lot of people actually, my thing with that actually is because when you shrink down, a lot of brands like to kind of remove features, right? Whereas these two, instead of one is just a smaller cousin or brother or sister or whatever, it's a standalone product. It has some design aspects that are the same, such as the material for the zippers, the zipper pulls, the outer material, the hooks, how it opens up, kind of like mechanically how it works, but the interiors, how it's designed for organizing your toiletries. You can, as I mentioned through the walkthroughs, they're all rather different. This one is just actually 2 pockets, really, and then a bunch of other stuff, whereas this one is an X, which is 4 pockets, but a little bit more division. So that's kind of like the main differences. Again, this one is a more kind of shaped as a rectangular, while this is a more triangular shape. Yeah, I mean, that's the breakdown of these 2 wash pouches. Now, what do I think about these? What do I like better? I think really it comes down to how you pack and what you're using it for. Like again, if you care about your skin, you have a lot of like makeup, if you have a lot of toiletries, definitely go with this. If you like to pack light, you want to keep your footprint as small as possible, definitely use a smaller one. If you need more organization sometimes for bulkier items, maybe this one is better because it has the X interior, whereas this one's just 2 larger compartments with smaller things. So it's just really what you're going to be packing. If you have a lot of smaller items, right, maybe this is better, or maybe this one is also better or maybe you have a lot of smaller items and a lot of bigger items that don't need to be divided. There's a lot of organization here that you can kind of customize and switch out. And on the flip side, I want to encourage you guys to even think outside the box. Like, these don't necessarily have to be toiletry or wash pouches. If you want to use them as like an organization, like tech pouch, who's stopping you, right? Like, I can definitely see myself, I can put in some, a battery pack here, like a wall plug and a charging wire here, some more charging wires, maybe some memory SD cards here. So yeah, it's pretty flexible. Aside from that, that's really it. I think these are great products. I like how Peak designs and their products separately rather than just a mini-year version of it. And I think they make great products, and I hope they continue to push out more products so I can review. And definitely hit that like and subscribe button. It helps us a lot. I'm only here doing this video because you guys are hitting that like and subscribe. So continuing to hit that will give me the inspiration to keep on doing it and maybe not be late. Maybe, but no promises. All right, see you guys later. Peace.